Hey Pop Culture Overload fans, Jason the X here with another video review for you. And today I found Transformers Prime, Voyager class, Robots in Disguise, Power Riser, Starscream. And Starscream is a very nice looking jet. It's very, very close to the movie, the cartoon design. A lot more paint apps than the deluxe version, well the FE version that we're not going to get in the States if you haven't gotten it already. But let's take a look at Starscream's packaging. Now, there you go, the Transformers Prime, the glowing null ray blaster. I have a strong opinion about that I'll share later. Anyway, there's a jet mode of Starscream because he comes packaged in robot mode. And there we got some nice artwork of Starscream. Note the red crest. I'll talk about that later. And there's a Decepticon, and you see he's got his weapon there, which looks deployed and stays out, but it doesn't. And that is a really ridiculous looking jet there. And you got Transformers Prime, you got your stuff in the back of the box. And here is a look at Starscream's bio. And another piece of artwork on Starscream. And there is his technical data. He's got a skill of 10, which is actually surprising considering how many times Starscream is unsuccessful at what he does. But moving on, and here is Voyager Starscream, looking very not like any jet I've ever seen, really. Maybe an F-16 Falcon with the single engine and the wing design, but just really good. A lot of paint apps on this guy. You got this purple cockpit here that's translucent. Got this kind of design here. This is a little bit more pronounced than on the first edition. At the top you can kind of see his chest, which looks like movie Starscream's face. You got this blue engine back here. I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of a baboon. And on the bottom here, there's his head. There's his head right there. But otherwise, it's a very sleek jet mode, very reminiscent of the FE edition. And I gotta say, I kind of like it. I actually did see Bulkhead today, and I kind of passed on him. I might go back and get him later, but couldn't justify it. Let's just get this out of the way. Starscream comes with this blaster, much like the one that came with Prime. You push it forward and it doesn't stay open, and it has that red glow, and it springs out. And I can't get behind these weapons. I'd say I hate these weapons. In fact, I want to smash this with a mini sledgehammer. But let's get through the review first. So let's bring a little comparison here to the first edition mold. Now, of course, you can see the Starscream has the single missiles. This one has the cluster of missiles under there, but not too different, of course, in size. Not too different from the first edition. The arms kind of lay out on the top. The legs are on the bottom. It's very close. Also, like the FE version, he does have these fake nubby landing gear here, which it's okay. Who needs wheels? Oh yeah, well, he's a transformer. He doesn't need to land. He just transforms. So, I'm going to get this guy transform and show you what he looks like. Okay, we're back. We're going to get Starscream into his robot mode. Actually, one thing I forgot, he does have these pegs underneath the wings because the stupid weapon, it can peg in, it can't peg in that side, but it can kind of peg in this side, and you can deploy it from there. Yeah, I really just dislike this thing. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is just take the missiles off. Get those out of the way. These little flaps right here, they just pop right up. Take the wings, bring them towards the craft. The nose cone is actually on like a double hinge here, so you can rotate it out and rotate it up. And it sits flush up against the cockpit there. Take the back legs, which are part of the tail fins, just pop them right off. Swing his lower half down. Now this looks like it'll peg in here, but it doesn't. I pushed on this for a while and I felt like I was stressing the plastic. Maybe it's just to maintain that hunched over appearance of Starscream, but that's about how far it goes. If yours does, okay, but as you can see, I'm really pushing on it. It's not going, so I'm guessing that's how it is. So at the thighs, you want to rotate them. take his little fins, his knee spikes here. And the feet are here. You just straighten those out. And this tail fin, it tells you just to put it like this. And this actually isn't that bad because it gives him a wide base to sit on and helps him stand a little bit. He can stand on those feet of his just fine. This does give him a little extra stability if it doesn't look kind of weird. And you can kind of rotate him up, but for the sake of this, we're just going to leave him down. So anyway, his joints are really stiff at the hips. So anyway, as you can see, there's his head. I'm just going to take this and raise my camera up a little bit. Oops. Okay, I want to take the tail fin, push it down, and then split it. And there's tabs on each forearm here and on the tail fin to help them stick together. Then you want to take this part and rotate it down. And on the back, you've got this kind of hinge joint here where the arms are. You just take that and pull it up like so, and then you just bring this down and snap it into place. The pauldron comes up, and that's where his hand is. You bring that down, bring the pauldron back down. I got off camera there for a second. You just rotate his arm and his hands right there. You got one side. Once again, do the same with that joint on the back. Bring it up. Put the chest together. Hand comes out of the pauldron. Put the pauldron down. His hand like that, and you can kind of position these how you want to, but that's pretty much where they stay. And the head, you just kind of move it forward. And there you have Starscream in his robot mode. And he's got that Starscream spindly design, kind of hunched forward. If you get him like this, you can really see it. I love the paint apps on this guy. A lot of the red that I was providing him with the FE Starscream, he has them, except for one piece. And it's really good too, because if you look at his head mold, that is a really sharp head mold. I really like that with that evil grin of Starscream's. And he's got this really nice crest, which is not red. It's made of this very flexible plastic, but really good head mold there. Got the vents on the side of the face. Oops, a little too far. A little too far. There we go. And of course he has a Decepticon symbol right there. But overall, this is a really nice representation of Starscream. And he does have those single missiles, which pin right onto his arms. And I'll go ahead and pin that one in. But I'm going to go ahead and show this off. I don't really want to, but it's for the figure. And his MechTech weapon can pin in there. Although it is really heavy, and it'll stay, but very precariously. His joints are pretty stiff, and you can extend it out. And there it is, lighting up his forearm and transforming. And I just get off. Oh, the instructions also say where the hole was in the top of the cockpit, where you put it in jet mode, you can pin it up there and then do that. So he has this cannon on his back. Just dislike that thing. So anyway, but he does look good like this. I love the single missiles. I love this hunched over design. For exposability, you saw his feet had the back and forth. His knees do a pretty good 90 degree there. Got the thigh twists. Got this ball joint here that's really stiff. Helps with it. This part just keeps coming apart. I'm probably not pinning that in right or something. Got ball jointed shoulders. The arms can do. They're not a double joint, but they get that recessed point where they can do pretty much all the way up like a double joint would. And the hands are on little ball joints. You don't get much range out of them, but you do get some. Overall, I like him. He's really good. We're going to go ahead and compare him to the first edition Starscream. And Deluxe Starscream was very tall for Deluxe. Did a lot of great mass shifting. And Voyager kind of continues that on. I like the Deluxe's chest in comparison to the Voyager's, because of course they got the movie Starscream chest there, and I think it's better represented here. but it does still have a good appearance. It's got this nice hunched over look, but he's really tall for a Voyager, especially when you put him in comparison with the Power Risers Megatron. And you can see he is head and shoulders almost above Megatron. Well, not too much taller, but he is taller. So there's a bit of a size difference. I like the FE version's scale as far as which ones are displayed on my shelf. But this Starscream is really great. I love the spindly design. He has the mass shifting that the Deluxe had. Very nice. I wish they would have painted this little crest red though. Doesn't matter, I'll fix that with a little Sharpie later. But that has been my review of the Power Risers Voyager class Starscream. And until next time, folks, I'm Jason the X, and I'll see you then.